Right by the graveyard.
Yes, it has not been used for more than 200 years.
Any witches buried there?
There are indeed. All in a section of unconsecrated ground.
Spooky, isn't it? Well, keep your fingers crossed for me, Mr. Keene. I hope Mrs. Newell has that room.
What comes to mind when I think of The City of the Dead is atmosphere, a Gothic horror that establishes tone based on environment. John Moxey cleverly adds depth to a seemingly low-budget studio set. This is managed by crisp cinematography and an ensemble cast who deliver on multiple fronts. Our plot focuses on a young college student who arrives in a small town to research witchcraft. During her stay at an eerie inn, she discovers a startling secret about the town and its inhabitants. In the process, more become drawn to this sleepy Massachusetts nightmare.
Leave Whitewood tonight. For 300 years, the devil has hovered over this city, made it his own. The people in it are his. Evil has triumphed over good here.
Christopher Lee plays the college professor, Alan Driscoll, and although shortened in screen time, is still able to capture the presence of wickedness hidden through a suave cloak. There's never a dull moment when Lee is attached to a horror project.
Why did you send her to Whitewood?
Because it was the best place for her research.
And you suggested she stay at the Raven's Inn.
Sure, it's the only inn there is.
With an unlisted phone number?
The inn has its own clientele, Barlow. It doesn't need to advertise.
How do you know it so well?
Because I was born in Whitewood.
I see.
The town of Whitewood is much a character itself. Fog saturates the landscape, masking much of the studio set. It lingers in the realm of fantasy. The townsfolk enforce its strangeness, often antisocial and distant to newcomers. The Hitchhiker is a fantastic addition. Paying homage to the vanishing hitchhiker, it's unsettling and confirms something is off about the place. The geography of Whitewood is one of many strengths. You have the church, the inn, and the cemetery, all neatly together. It invokes place. We know every bit of Whitewood as though we've been there. As for the associated cast, the characters have their moments to shine. The protagonists rally together to face adversity. As the odds are stacked heavily against them, I prefer this. It's a more realistic scenario than if one hero was battling it out against all these antagonists.
Everyone here seems to be afraid of something.
And you don't think it's just my imagination?
I don't know. Who's to say where imagination ends and truth begins? It's nothing tangible. It's just the way they look at you.
I felt it too.
I think Patricia Jessel, as the overarching force of Whitewood, is good. She conveys much control over the town, whether it's through hallucinations or actions taken by her cult. The town just never moved on from her burning at the stake, always mentioned in one way or another. If you're searching for a Gothic horror with an efficient running time, I recommend The City of the Dead. As far as atmosphere goes, this is certainly the benchmark for the horror genre.
Jesus, I am thee by the living God!